Yes.
He's like, do you have something for me?
Yes, you just ate it.
Yesterday I made you tuna fish, and I caught him on the counter trying to eat the tuna fish out of the bowl.
He has like a little bit, got a little something on the side there. Hey, what's up, family? I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are Two Crazy Ketos.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics, and then every Monday we go live on Keto on the Couch, where we just kind of talk about what's going on in our lives for the week.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way every single time our Velcro cat is extra sticky, you'll be alerted to it.
It is Wednesday, I believe it's April 6th.
Yes.
Is the date already? Wow, I can't believe. We are leaving for Utah in 6 days.
I am so excited. But yeah, I have been hunting around for an Easter dress, okay? On Sunday, like Easter Sunday, I like an Easter dress. I just do.
Mm-hmm.
It is very difficult to find one. Like, just go to the store, try to find an Easter dress that, like, works with my body, is not too revealing, but is also not, like, super grandma. Yeah.
No luck?
No luck. I was at the mall yesterday. I'm going to give it another try today, but, like, yeah, frustrating.
I have a bone to pick with you and Anthony.
Uh-oh.
Can we stop with the confetti? There's confetti everywhere. Every time I turn around, it's in my computer, it's in my desk drawers, it's on the sound panels, it's under the couches.
As he was coming out of the restroom, and then he must have had one hidden in the bathroom. So it was like a shoot, and then it went right back. And I had like opened Caleb's door because he can get a good vantage point from his room. And so it was like, yep, you got him. And then it was like, oh, nope, he's getting you. Awesome.
So it's Wednesday. We weren't going to vlog today.
This is the longest spoon ever.
Those are our long ice cream spoons, but I have to hide them because Caleb likes to use them, and then I can't ever find them.
What is going on here, young man?
So, okay. So today's Wednesday. I wasn't going to vlog, but I'm going to the dentist in about 45 minutes to get, hopefully, the front 6 teeth, the permanent ones put in. So you guys have been along with us on this whole journey so far,
yeah.
So I figured you'd want to see that as well. If everything works out, I might be able to eat somewhat better food today and not be restricted to super soft foods because I'll be able to bite down. Like chewing-wise, it's still going to be a little difficult, but at least I'd be able to actually bite without having a tooth come out.
It's a transformation day for me as well because I'm actually getting my hair cut. So I'm excited to see what that looks like. Of course, it's going to be a lot less involved in getting my hair cut than getting teeth put in. I'm sorry.
Hopefully it doesn't take a long time. Okay,
what is in here? Because this
breakfast.
Is amazing.
This is coffee. We each have 16 ounces, but I made 40 ounces in total because Rachel's going to drink more.
You know.
And in there, I didn't use any eggs, butter, anything like that. I put 6 tablespoons of the Keto creamer. That's the sweet cream flavor.
That's good.
And so they have some MCT in it, a little bit of protein. I believe a serving is like 3 tablespoons. So there's only 2 servings for 40 ounces of coffee.
Seriously? Because it's very flavorful.
Yeah.
But then I'm in like a flavor explosion over here. So my coffee doesn't need to sing and dance quite as much because we've got a whole floor show going on here.
Okay, so this is 1.5 servings. So it's 3/4 of a cup of our yogurt. This is the lower fat version of the yogurt. Link for that video is up here. And then what I did was...
You made a parfait.
I mixed in a scoop of the perfect...
Oh, here he comes.
Okay.
Oh,
and he's just going to sit right there.
Is this the right place to be?
Can we come over here?
Can we come over a little bit more?
Okay. So I put in 1 scoop of the perfect keto peanut butter collagen.
Dang, it is tasty.
So that is going to make that a super high protein breakfast. keeping right in line with what Dr. Cyrus requested of you, which is eat a very high protein breakfast, because you're already eating high protein with the yogurt because it's the lower fat version.
But then
there's still fat in there.
You've got like a layer of granola and a layer of granola.
Yeah, and then we're adding another 10 grams of protein into that yogurt using this. So that's really, really high protein. And then I used a half a serving of the keto granola. That's the blueberry one, because that kind of goes along with breakfast.
Perfect.
And I kind of just layered it in there to give you a little something pretty.
I'll be like Donkey from Shrek. Who don't like a parfait? He's going to be like, no parfait.
I am having the last one of those keto chows that I made the other day, where it was 1 strawberry, 1 natural strawberry, and 1 banana mixed together.
Does it feel tropical?
This one's 4 days old, right?
Okay.
So, yeah, tell me what you think. I think it's good.
Okay. This tastes like what I would be aiming for in a smoothie before keto. It's got like a really good sweet fruity taste.
Yeah, and
I
this
like that.
has 2.5 tablespoons of butter in it, or no, 2 tablespoons of butter in it. So that is what I'm having. I can't do the dentist on like a full stomach. Every time I go there, she's like, "Did you eat a big breakfast?" And I'm like, "No." Like,
I'm nervous.
No. And we always have this long conversation, because I love this new dentist, but she wants to have a long conversation with me as she's injecting me with needles. And she wants to talk to me about something that I enjoy talking about, which is keto carnivore fasting, because she's like, "I can't go more than 12 hours fasting. How are you doing it?" And I'm like, "Cut out the carbs." You know?
I can't have a long conversation with a dentist or a gynecologist. Either one. I don't want to.
went there.
No updates, like on life updates. Let's wait until we're all done, and then we'll hang out. We'll go to lunch. I'm fine with it.
Somebody's at the door.
Someone is at the front doorbell.
Thank you.
Someone is at the front doorbell.
Oh, and we get that in stereo.
Can I say something? I think that if I would switch out my spoons for eating dinner to this spoon, I would slow down my eating.
It's funny, I just wrote an article about how to slow down your eating.
I know, which I'm thinking to myself, usually my go-to slow down utensil is chopsticks, because it takes me a little bit longer to pick up stuff, and you can't pick up as much. But this is really awesome for scooping, because I do want this experience to take a little longer, because it's special, which I really thank you. God bless
You're
you
welcome.
for always trying to make my food interesting and pretty. I really appreciate that. And I want to go public with that, because it really is just such a love note to me every morning when you make breakfast, and it's this beautiful. But to help honor that, the thank you I can say back to you is not hork it down as if it's just like any other day. So this is really helping me be successful in eating it slowly.
Well, I'm going to go see who was at the door. It was probably Amazon. They haven't been here in a couple days. And
They missed you?
They missed us.
Need a hug?
Then I'm going to get ready to go to the dentist.
Okay, so I have been to Dillard's, Macy's, JCPenney's, and a couple of other mall stores like Arrow and Rainbow, trying to find an Easter dress, and no luck yet. I went to Ross yesterday, and I thought that would be promising, but I did not find a dress there either. So now I'm moving on to a place called K&G Fashions. I think that they have things nationwide, like stores nationwide, but I'm not totally positive. There's one around the block from me, so I'm gonna go check that out. And if I can't find anything there, I'm going to be going to my trusty local thrift store to see if I can find an Easter dress.
So I got my teeth in, at least 5 out of the 6. One of them she didn't like, so we're waiting on that one. And I just got down here to my games in Miami. It is hot here right now. It's 96 degrees, but at least we're on a regular grass field, so it's not going to be like 125 degrees on the field. So I just got home from my game, and Rachel got a haircut.
I did. I got them all cut.
It looks good. I like it. It's shorter than I was expecting.
It's shorter, but like I feel like it looks healthy.
Yeah, it does look really
it.
healthy.
I like it.
So I got home from my game. I was supposed to call Rachel on my way home to have her start dinner, and then I was on the phone with my mom.
That's never a bad thing.
And so we're
Call
going to
your
start
mother.
it now. So we're going to make some chicken. So I love my teeth, but this tooth right here, something's wrong with it. It feels loose. There was no way to know because I was numb. but I can feel like I have a lisp. I hear air coming out of it. So I've called her. I left her a message. They don't open until 11 o'clock tomorrow. I'm hoping this is not an issue because they're supposed to be permanently cemented in.
Oh,
and
my
I know
gracious.
that with these crowns, they don't come out easily. So I'm hoping she's going to get it out, but it's like hitting on the bottom and I can feel it on the inside of my gum. So I know it's like a weird feeling, partially because I've never had like really good teeth up there, but something just doesn't feel right. So I'm hoping that she's going to be able to fix this. So we're going to make some chicken in the air fryer. So I have a chicken here, and early this morning I actually salted it. I put the Redmond kosher salt on both sides, top and bottom, and then I covered the entire thing in the Redmond lemon pepper. We're going to cook this in the air fryer because it's going to be the fastest. So what I'm going to do is go breast side down, and you got this side, you can see how it's still a little wet, but it's okay because that's the bottom of the chicken. We're going to put this into the air fryer basket, and we're going to cook it for 25 minutes at 360 degrees. So we're going to go ahead and slide that in, 365 degrees, and it's on 26 minutes because I was preheating it. Already going. So I'm going to go take a shower, and then by the time I'm done with my shower, I'll come out, and what we'll do is we'll flip it over and cook it for like another 20 minutes till we have an internal temperature of 165 degrees, and we have a nice crispy skin. Okay, timer is done. We're going to take this chicken and we're going to carefully flip it over and then cook it breast side up for about another 20 minutes. So let's see if we can easily do this with one hand. Use a pair of tongs. Flip it over. And then what we're going to do is add a little bit more of the Redmond organic lemon pepper on here, just to have some extra seasoning. It'll also help with the moisture a little bit. Now before we go ahead and put it back in, we're just going to check the internal temperature to see where we're at. And right now we're at about 88 degrees. So we're going to go ahead and put this in for about 20 minutes and see where we're at that point. By the way, you might make sure you have a really good instant read thermometer. This is like your best friend in the kitchen, whether you're cooking in an air fryer, a sous vide, or if you're barbecuing. I will leave a link down below. I really enjoyed this Thermapen. Okay, timer is done. Let's go ahead and check this thing out. That looks delicious. So we'll use our instant read again. And let's see. So on this side, we're at 151 degrees. And we're going to come and check on this side. We're at 138 degrees. So it's not really cooking super evenly. This side is definitely taking longer than this side. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to turn the chicken this way. So obviously this side, it seems to be getting a little bit more heat. So I'm going to put this side on this side. So we're not going to flip it back breast side down. We're just going to kind of turn it around. We're going to put it in for another 10 minutes. I like to pull it out when it gets to be about 160 degrees because it's going to continue to cook about another 4 to 5 degrees in temperature while we let it rest. Okay, we cooked it for another 5 minutes. We're going to go ahead and check the temperature now. Perfect. 162 degrees on this side. 159 degrees on that side. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this sit for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to carve it up.
I feel like this chicken is super ambitious with your new teeth.
I'm probably going to just cut it up into little tiny pieces because
that's good.
I don't really have chewing teeth. So I have these front teeth which can bite down, but that one, it just feels a little loose. So I'm hoping she can get me in sometime tomorrow. Maybe it's just me in my head. Maybe I'm not used to the feeling of these kind of teeth.
They're new.
But the back teeth here that I do actually have to chew with, those are all temporaries.
Right.
So I still can't do a whole lot of chewing. But this is what we got. I'm going to go ahead. First thing, okay. Skin.
The skin is the most important part. Are you like skin first or are you chicken first? Because I'm all about the skin when we have it. Like, I don't want to wait.
I was even nice enough to give you one of the wings because normally I snag both of the wings because they have all the crispy skin.
Right.
Okay, so here's what we got. We have a chicken. We each have a chicken breast. The dark meat I still have on the plate over there because I don't think we're going to eat it all anyway. And what I like to do is take that and shred it up and make either like a chicken salad with it, or what we really like to do now is make up a batch of the keto chow creamy chicken soup and then cut that up and put it in there so it gives like a little bit of like chew to the soup. So it's not just like a cream, but I feel like I'm getting something out of it.
Just enough.
So we have that. And I'm going to put the macros for each of us down along the bottom for what we had for the entire day. I think that's the best way to do this. You just see what our whole day is, because we may... I don't know if I'm going to have ice cream tonight. I'm even thinking maybe having one of those yogurts that I made you for breakfast.
How sweet.
You know,
it was good.
making that with, like, I don't know, we have the strawberry. We have a bunch of different ones of the perfect keto collagen.
I think the strawberry would be
Or
really
you can
good.
use the keto chow, you know, like, and add some of that in there. So I have a bunch of protein and stuff. So we have the chicken breast. I've got 1.5 ounces. You have 1 ounce of garlic cheese curds that I had gotten at Whole Foods one day. And then this over here is the Primal Kitchen Chipotle mayo, because, again, chicken breast is super lean.
Yeah.
So I want to add a little bit of fat. So this is kind of like a good thing to kind of like dip the chicken in and that kind of stuff. And then you're not a barbecue fan, but
I am not a barbecue sauce fan.
So I've got a tablespoon of this zero sugar Carolina barbecue sauce that I was introduced to not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before.
Yeah.
One of my 2 Crazy Keto Elfster, whoever my Elfster was that gets set up by Shelly every year.
Yeah.
This is what they sent me, and I fell in love with it. This stuff is really good. They do sweeten it with sucralose, but I'm okay with that. And 2 tablespoons is 15 calories and 2 total carbohydrates. So it's kind of late. It's like 8 o'clock, and I think we're going to go ahead and eat, and then we're just going to extend this vlog into tomorrow.
I like it.
You're doing such a good job with Instagram.
Well, I'm just trying to be more consistent about it. It's not always easy to remember, like, stop what you're doing. Let's take a picture of that, right? Like, whether you're out with friends or just, I don't know, just eating, because you're like switching gears. I'll be like working, and then we have to stop to eat, and sometimes my mind has not like slowed down enough for, oh yeah, you need to take a picture of this.
Yep. Good morning.
Good morning.
It is Thursday. I don't know what the date is.
April something.
April something. I don't know.
Hair past a freckle.
Last night, after we turned up the camera, I ended up having just a serving of our yogurt. I tried it with a half a scoop of the Perfect Keto peanut butter collagen just to see what it tasted like. It was pretty good.
It's really good.
Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with this tooth because I can feel it come down on my lip every time.
Oh, no.
I feel like, so it's like pushed out just slightly.
Really hoping to hear from the dentist
I
this
really
morning.
hope I hear from the dentist. But I also have to cut grass, and that has to get done because, again, we're preparing everything for going away next week. So, but I will tell Anthony, like, I'll have to stop everything we're doing if, like, she can get me in because she's closed on Fridays. So for breakfast, we've got coffee, 40 ounces of coffee, a half a scoop of salted caramel keto chow, and 1 tablespoon of butter split between the 2 of us. And then I did our yogurt again. I'm having a little bit of breakfast today because I didn't eat a lot yesterday. And so this is our yogurt. I'm having like 1 serving. Rachel's got like 1.5 servings.
Because Rachel.
And then I put between the 2 of us 1 scoop of the Perfect Keto. We're trying it with the strawberry collagen.
I like it. I think I just really liked peanut butter. I think I was blown away by peanut butter.
Ooh.
Peanut butter and jelly. We should mix them.
Peanut butter and strawberry. Make peanut butter and jelly.
Let's do it.
That sounds really good, actually.
Yeah.
So, what are your plans for today?
Well, I have to get a lot of work done because we're going to be gone from Tuesday to Tuesday. So I'm going to be prepping a lot of stuff for kids ministry because we are missing the Super Bowl of kids ministry, which is Easter. This is very odd for us to be traveling right at this, this weekend.
Right.
So, but I'm excited. I know everything's going to be fine. You don't need us to have a successful church service, right?
Right.
I just have to let go of the control freak inside of me.
So I wanted to talk about something when I was at the dentist yesterday. Of course, because like I said, because all dentists want to have conversations with you, right? And at this point, my mouth is like shoved full of cotton. She's like, what do you think? And I'm like, I feel like that front 6 teeth just cost me more money than my entire college education. College was cheap when I went to school. But we were talking, and she was talking about, like, you would be surprised at how many 20 and 30-year-olds she has seen going around where they just have dentures because they don't want to put money into their teeth.
What?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, really? And so she started telling me, and, you know, she was like, you are young. And, you know, it's weird to hear at 51, you are young.
But you are.
But I do feel young. And she was like, you know, especially with your, you know, health regimen and your eating lifestyle, she's like, you're going to be around for a long time and you're not going to regret this. And this is after I've already paid her, so this is not a sales pitch.
Right, it's already done.
So, but she was telling me about a friend of hers who had needed some teeth work. Mm-hmm. And he decided that he didn't want to put the money into the teeth because he, quote, couldn't afford it.
Okay.
And then about a month and a half later or so, him and his wife decided to do an extension patio on their backyard.
Oh, wow.
Like, put about $20,000 into
I was going to say, that is not cheap.
You know, and make their, he's like, and she's like, it was a beautiful patio. She's like, I'd love to have a patio like this. I'm like, I feel like I just paid for that for you. Mm-hmm. You know? But he was like, so she's like, she did this, or he did this, and then 6 months later, he got a divorce.
Oh, no.
And had to give away the house in the divorce.
Oh, so they're not even enjoying the patio.
And so she's like, now here he is.
Yeah.
A young guy.
Right.
He's like in his late 30s, 40s. He has no money to fix his teeth. And he doesn't even have the house that he put the money into.
Yeah.
Because he did have the money to fix his teeth, but he chose to put it somewhere else instead. So I do want to say, first of all, thank you to you to allowing us to go, hey, this is important. We need to get this done. But it got me to thinking about a lot of the messages, and we've talked about this before, that we get, and comments and emails and things like that. Like, I can't afford to eat beef. I can't afford to be keto. You know, I don't have the extra money to pay for better quality eggs.
Or electrolytes.
Or those kind of things. And not to sound harsh, but I think in many situations, I'm not saying all situations, because everybody's got a different situation, we do have the money. It's just that we have to find the why for, should we put the money into our eating lifestyle?
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of play money sometimes. I mean, if we can afford to go to the movies or maybe buy a DVD or however you buy it now.
A DVD?
You know what I mean. That is money that we could put into our health. For me, it's $175 into food or $175 into arthritis medication.
Yeah.
But somewhere I put the money.
It's funny because the kids would ask for something like, you know, we would be inside of a toy store. And they would be like, can I get this? And I would say, we don't have money for that. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't that we're dead broke and have no money at all to pay our bills. We just don't have money allocated for toys right now. Like, that is not where we're going to be putting our money. And I think, there's a lot of times where if I want a new outfit, if I want my nails done, if I want my hair cut, you know, I will find the money so that I can get done the fun stuff that I want. And I think it's easy for us, you know, to put our money into fun stuff.
Right.
Even decorating the house is hard. You know, when the season comes through, I was in Hobby Lobby. Oh my gracious. It's like Easter Central over there, right? So I want to put all of the cute, you know, statues and big rabbits and like really cute things all over the house. But I'm like, I don't really have money for that.
Right.
Because I know that is only going to be, you know, to last a season, really. And we're going to be gone for, you know, Easter. So I thought, I don't need to put my money into those decorations right now. But what can I put them into?
Right.
And it is into the ingredients we need to make sure we have yogurt and keto chow right now. Because, yes, your teeth are a priority. And I don't think that I can really say, I love you, Joe, but if you're hurting and your health is at risk because
Right.
you don't have teeth, like, that's not really love if I'm like, oh, but it's so important
Right.
that we buy something else instead of your teeth.
And even with the keto chow, I mean, not to make a big thing about keto chow, but
Yeah.
when you buy a big bag of keto chow, if you buy it in the big bag, it works out to be less than $4 a meal. Well, there's, $4 a meal is a pretty cheap way to eat. But the whole point is that we need to make our health a priority. And so if we're worried about, like, can I afford beef or something like that, we have to look at, is there someplace else that I'm putting fun money
Yeah.
where I can divert that money into my health?
Right.
Because as she pointed out she has a friend who didn't put the money into health, because our teeth is our health, didn't put the money into the health and put it somewhere else, and that something else now doesn't even exist.
Right.
But he still has his health that he has to worry
Yeah.
about. So if we don't work on our health, all of the fun stuff we have doesn't really matter, because we're not going to really be able to enjoy it long term. So, when we shifted our money and started buying better quality eggs and better quality oil.
It was tough.
But it was slow. You don't need to jump in like right from the beginning. If somebody comes to me and says, okay, I need to start shifting over to better quality ingredients now that I've been on keto, because you start where you can.
Right.
We started hot dogs and mustard. That
sure
was
did.
one of Rachel's rules when I started keto.
It needs to be cheap.
It cannot cost our family any money. That was like her absolute rule. When I said, I'm going to do keto, and she was like,
I'm a tough
this
guy.
cannot cost our family money. There's no going to the gym, because we did not have a lot of money. But as we started going, well, I'm not buying the $6 Starbucks drink, because we had money for that.
Right. We found money for that.
As we stopped buying Oreo cookies, because we had money for that.
Even though back then we still knew that was not propelling anyone's health goals.
But we were putting money into it.
Yep.
We were buying $5 bags of Lay's potato chips,
Yeah.
right? And we started recognizing, like, wow, I'm not spending as much money on my food as I used to, even though I'm eating more. So we started slowly diverting over. And so when somebody comes to me now and says, what is the first thing I should do? If you want to know, if you've decided, like, I'm going to put a little bit more money towards my health, what is the first thing you do? Is dump all of the seed oils. And honestly, I know I'm going to get hate for this. Throw them out. Don't donate them. Don't give them to a family member.
Nobody
throw
needs
them
it.
out. You honestly need to go through your cabinet right now and throw out every seed oil in your cabinet. See that whether you're keto or not. And if you have family members who aren't keto, you need to encourage them to throw it out, because those seed oils are the cause of heart disease and high triglycerides. And I mean, they're horrible for you. Nobody should be eating them. After the seed oils, get better quality eggs.
Yeah.
Right? If you're looking for better quality meat, to me, that's the last one on the list.
Yeah.
Right? Better quality eggs, maybe better quality butter. We use Costco butter, we use Kerrygold butter. Depends on what I'm using it for. Would I love to use Kerrygold butter in every single thing I do? Yeah, but it's double the cost. And, like, I'm not going to notice Kerrygold butter necessarily, in my keto chow. Whereas I will notice it in my coffee. Or I will notice it if I'm just having it, like, on top of, a steak or something like that.
Slow changes.
Anthony is learning how to drive the trailer. One more step until he takes over the landscaping business. Why are we standing up?
We're standing up because I need the bench for crafting. Sorry.
It is lunchtime. It's weird being up this high.
It's like dinner because it's like after 5 o'clock.
I know. It was a day.
Yeah.
Anthony and I went to work. So I called, the dentist called before I left for work. And she was like, the dentist is off today. The office called. And she's like, but she's going to come in to see what's going on.
Right.
And so she's like, I'm like, what time? So I'm going to work so I can arrange my schedule. She's like, probably somewhere between 1 and 3. I'm like, okay. So Anthony and I, we're going to go get some cutting done. I literally pull up to our first house and they call me back. She's going to be here at 11 o'clock.
Oh, no.
I'm like, now I don't have enough time to do what I need to do. So I was going to leave Anthony. I'm like, no, you know what? We'll just do these couple houses, and then we will come back out tomorrow to go cut the church. So we rush back, And then they call me. I'm like, oh, it's 12 o'clock now.
Just kidding.
So, and by the way, I'm selling my computer. And I'm trying to sell it on eBay. And the guy messages me. He's driving up from the Keys to buy it. And he messages me, I'm going to be there at 11:30. I'm like,
my gracious.
okay. Like, all of this is going on at the same time. So I'm like, you're going to have to wait. And he tried to message me his phone number in eBay, and eBay, like, yelled at him. Because I guess eBay reads all of your messages. So be aware. eBay reads all your messages.
Good to know.
I've also learned don't deal with eBay anymore. But that's another story. So I go in the dentist, and at first she's like, yeah. She was like, it's a little high, but I don't think it's loose. I'm like, something doesn't feel right. And you hear it. Can you hear it when I'm talking? It's like S's and stuff like that.
I don't hear it as much.
I can feel vibration as I talk.
So you can feel it. That's proof enough for me.
Right. So she's like, let me cut it down a little bit. And I'm like, I feel like it's loose. She's like, it's not loose. If anything, the whole tooth is loose. But I don't think it really is that. I'm like, okay. So she starts using the drill, and she's like, yeah, something's wrong.
Oh, no.
She's like, I think that the crown is loose.
Were you glad that at least you're not crazy?
Yeah. She's like, I think the crown is loose. And I was like, I feel like there's a gap in there. Because when I tap it, I can feel it. Whereas when you tap my other teeth, I can't feel it.
Wow.
So she's like, I think it's loose. And so the only option now is because she uses this really, really permanent cement.
Like, it's in there.
She's like, we've got to cut it off.
Oh, my gracious.
And redo the whole crown. So I'm like, great.
Yay.
So she's like, in the meantime, because you're going away, she basically shaved it down so it's not hitting the bottom, but I still have this horrible sound. And yay, we're emceeing a conference.
You know what? It's going to work.
And she's like, what we're going to do is
Jesus.
Monday, I'm going in for the impressions on the other side so she can seat the last one that she couldn't seat yesterday. Or to take the impression to seat it. Because they're all next to each other. She's like, we're going to do that. And then when you get back from Utah, we'll put those in. Then we're going to cut this one out. And then we're going to do a new impression. And we're going to have a new one made with all of the permanent teeth up there in.
Wow.
And so, yeah. And then to top it off, the guy came up to buy my computer, and he accidentally chose shipping instead of local pickup. And so now we're trying to figure out, like, how do we get them to confirm that you've received it? Because I'm not giving you the computer because eBay is holding my money until you confirm you received it. But there's no way for him to confirm it because I'm not shipping it. So we spent an hour. Super nice guy.
I was going to say, you got the best buyer ever because now there's pictures like he did with his like driver's license. He's like hugging the computer.
Yeah. Well,
I totally got this.
We were on the phone with eBay for an hour, back and forth. Me and him and them. And they're like, well, send the message, leave positive feedback, say you received it, and then we'll review
Stand on your head.
We're going to email you. We're going to release the money right away. And then all of this, and we're going on and on and on and on. And the girl goes, I'm going to email you. I'm like, great. I'm waiting for the email. She's like, oh, no, you'll get that in 24 to 48 hours. I'm like, so where's the money? She's like, after the email comes.
So is he sleeping over?
It's a high-value item. So finally, I've got proof that he received it. He sent me positive feedback that he received it. And I looked at Anthony, I'm like, what do we do? And I'm like, I'm just going to have to trust God at this point. This guy drove 2.5 hours to pick it up.
Yeah.
I've got proof. And so what we ended up doing is, because eBay's got the money and they have the proof. They have the proof that he's got it.
Right.
So I'm good with all of that. So I was like, just to double check myself. I said to him, can you do me a favor and let me take a picture of you with the computer and then also holding your driver's license and a close-up of your driver's license.
Today's
showing
newspaper date.
Your name, and then it matches the same address that was on eBay. And he did. He was like, yeah, I completely
awesome
understand.
Gentleman. So
and I'm like, there's just a lot of scammers out there.
Did you exchange best friend lockets? So like he has one half and you have one half now?
I don't know. No, we didn't do that. But he's way into cameras and drones because he's a real estate guy.
So you made a friend.
And he was trying to convince me that I need this DJI Ronin camera. And he's like, you can place it down and you draw a little box and it'll follow you in 360 all around the room.
Wow.
And he's like, and it's got a 4D gimbal, so if you're walking, it like floats. It's $7,000. I'm like, yeah, that's a little out of my price range there.
Thanks.
He just sold one.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah. So
wow.
We're going to eat. And then I've got more work to do. We have our live stream tonight.
We do.
So I've got 4 eggs and 10 ounces of corned beef. I made up just a corned beef the other day, and this is what we do. We chop it up, put it in eggs. And then I've got 2 ounces of this raclette cheese on top, which I think it's Swiss.
It smells like there's stuff going on there.
Well, you've got some on yours too.
It's okay. It's
because it says creamy texture for rich nutty flavor, best served on melted on egg.
It smells really good.
Right.
For what it's topping.
So you have 4 medium-sized eggs with 8 ounces of the corned beef, and then we each have 2 tablespoons of that salsa. So we're gonna eat, and you're gonna bathe the dog because she was just laying under the RV in mud.
Oh my goodness, it's awful.
And then we're gonna do our live stream tonight. Good morning.
What is going on inside my coffee?
We're horrible at this. We were supposed to close out everything after the live stream last night, and I was like, I don't want to.
I'm going to bed.
So it's Friday morning, and
Good
we're
morning.
going to close out this ridiculously long vlog. And we're having some breakfast. So breakfast is 5 eggs split between the 2 of us. There were 3 slices of bacon that I had already cooked, so I chopped them up. Threw that in there. There were 2 little slices of the chorizo. Chopped that up, threw that in there.
Is there apple pie going on in here?
Yes. Then I did a tablespoon of this La Mexicana salsa. We got this at, I think, Costco.
It is really good because it's adding a nice amount of onion.
Yeah, so I drained out, I basically took the spoon and I got as much of the liquid off as possible. And then just kind of mixed it in as I was scrambling the eggs to add, the tomato and the, the onion and all that beautiful stuff. This is really, really clean. This is fresh tomatoes, fresh onions, fresh bell peppers, natural flavors, salt, fresh jalapenos, fresh cilantro, garlic water, garlic, citric acid, lactic acid, and then we have xanthan gum, ascorbic acid. So really, really clean ingredients. It's 1 carbohydrate per serving, which is 2 tablespoons. So that is pretty good.
Flavor Town.
Coffee is...
It's apple pie. I know it is.
40 ounces of coffee, a half of one of these, the chocolate, so it's chocolate apple pie, and then a half a scoop of apple pie.
It
keto
is
chow. I don't know
good.
why. I was going through all the single packets that we have, because we have a bunch of random single packets.
It's just very rich.
And I'm like, apple pie.
I'm all about
this
it.
could go really good, or this could go really, really bad.
It's like an apple pie latte. I'm not hating it.
Wow. So yeah, you get a little bit of the apple, but all of the apple pie flavorings.
It's like you're having the pie and the coffee together. Mm-hmm. You know how raspberry cheesecake works really well and you're surprised, right?
Right.
I'm surprised how much I like raspberry cheesecake in my coffee. That's how apple pie is.
So, okay. These, by the way, are those blue light glasses that I got. But this does not have the attachments on. We're going to do that in another video. But, like I said in the live stream,
they've been working good. I've over.
I've had good nights of sleep with them.
And there's you, and you have your glasses.
I fall asleep with them. That's how
pull
fast
your glasses
I go out.
off.
So, okay, we're going to end this vlog right here. We have a busy couple of days, cutting. Saturday, I have 4 lacrosse games.
Wow.
And then we have church and stuff on Sunday. We have to pack, get everything ready because we're going to Salt Lake. But you guys will probably be seeing this when we're either on the way to the airport or at the airport or on the plane. Somewhere in there because our flight leaves at 5 o'clock on Tuesday. So if you like seeing videos like this, take a look at some of the videos. We have linked right over there. Also, make sure you take a look at our most recent video, which I'm going to put right over here.
But whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon, and that way every single time there's an apple pie in our coffee, you'll be alerted to it.
Until next time.
Bye.